Welcome back to State of Decay 2 Heartland. I've been getting a lot of messages from La Coalición asking me whether I'm going to try to speed run the gauntlet. If I'm going to, try to do it in an hour or do it in 15 minutes like he can. And I'm like, I'm a little intimidated by that. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to try to challenge myself, partly just because I don't remember how bad I was at the gauntlet. I feel like I was pretty bad at it when we were testing this game. But I don't remember how bad. And so I don't know how, what level to set. Like, is an hour reasonable for me? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But the biggest problem is I actually don't have enough, bloater gas grenades, or whatever these things are called. The plague busters. I don't have enough plague busters to do it anyway. I literally don't have anywhere near enough. And so before we even start asking the question of whether or not I can make it through the gauntlet, we need to get me some plague busters. So I have been taking some advice on the best way to do that. I've got Chavez right now, and we're going to go driving out towards Marshall because there's a bunch of infestations there, which means there's a bunch of screamers there. And as I understand it, the best way to go and farm bloater glands, which are what you need to make plague busters, is to find some screamers, let them scream a whole bunch of times, let them attract a bunch of bloaters, and then headshot those bloaters to put them on their backs. And then once you're out of danger, you can harvest the bloaters. Another useful tool that Ranithcord suggested that I use is distractions, because I can actually, apparently, without having to kill every zombie in the vicinity, I can use distractions to just keep them off my back while I harvest the bloaters. So I've got a bunch of distractions, I got a bunch of bullets, and we are headed towards some screamers. So Ranithcord is actually pointing out that distractions are also really useful when it comes to the gauntlet. Because, again, you can use them to keep zombies off your back while you focus on the plague wall, which makes a lot of sense. Now, I don't remember this. Does the plague wall, when it's destroyed, does it kill all the nearby zombies the way a plague heart kills all the nearby plague zombies? Or do you still have to, fight the stragglers after you've beaten the wall? That's the kind of detail that it's easy to forget if you don't play a particular mechanic for a really long time. Okay, that big guy, I thought he was a bloater at first. No offense. Okay, Ranithcord says no, only the final wall kills the zombies. Okay, so distractions might help. Well, I imagine they still probably help long-term because, I think that until you've killed one wave of zombies, they won't spawn another wave. So I imagine you still are fighting ultimately fewer zombies if you're doing that. But yeah, it's not as much of a panacea as I had imagined it might be if you could just distract them the entire time, get the plague wall down to 0, and then the plague wall kills them all. That would be amazing. But yeah, I guess that's probably not how it works, which makes sense. That's probably intentional. So because I was mostly involved with the character definitions and the recruit missions, I didn't really have a ton to do with the gauntlet. That was actually run primarily by Walter Williams, who's the designer. He doesn't work on Undead anymore. He's gone on to fancy things elsewhere. Did I literally just run right past all of Marshall? I'm just getting distracted talking to you all, and I'm just not even looking at the road. Hey there, Carlos and Yaza. Good to have you here. All right, we're headed back, and this time maybe we'll actually... Okay, let's go over here. That's going to be our destination. It's near a plague heart, which means that I might be getting more zombies than usual. So we'll see how that goes. But, yeah. Oh, hey, here's La Coalición. He can't hear us, though, so he can't tell that I'm talking about him. Oh, no. Oh, no. What? What? Okay, you can get caught on that bus, apparently. Okay, cool. At least I managed to get loose. You know what? This is a music cue I don't think I've heard in a long time. I don't know how loud it is. It looks like it's actually pretty loud. Actually, how are the audio levels? Are you guys having an okay time hearing me? Or have I got the game turned up too loud? Yeah, this might be a Heartland-only music cue. Okay. Fallstar's saying that my audio's good, so I'm just going to assume that's true. Okay, let's get up here. So I'm going to try to kill the zombies that are not the screamers. Oh, nope, whoops. Okay, this is demanding more bullets than I have, so this is my first chance to use a distraction. So, in the vanilla game, distractions don't work at Dread and higher, and I've been playing at Dread and higher for so long. I forgot distractions even existed, but they are incredibly powerful at this level of the game. Because, you know, Heartland is all effectively standard difficulty. Okay. So, it looks like I didn't see any bloaters show up as a result of those screamers screaming. Is that... That isn't a thing we only did in the core game, is it? Like, is that a thing that we only did when we brought them into the core game, having them always spawn bloaters? Because with the number of screams we're seeing... Oh, there's a bloater. Okay. Oh, crap. Okay. That's at least a bloater. It's better than nothing, right? Oh, look! Look! Oh, firecrackers! Okay, so... Let's sneak up on this bloater while the firecrackers are going off. Let's harvest a poison gland. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, got it. Alright, and then... Might as well thin the population a little bit. Okay, so... One bloater did show up. But... Is it just going to be the one? And was that just random? Did it just happen to show up, or was it summoned by these screamers? Of course, this is kind of a dense neighborhood. Oh, there's another bloater. There's another bloater. I got him. Okay. Oh, crap! He bumped into my car. Is that what he did? Is that why he exploded? I don't think I even got the chance to shoot him. Alright, well, that was useless. Do I need to go set off another scream? Hey, Screamer. Oh, he's just vomiting. Come on, no. We need a proper scream. We need a proper scream, buddy. Let's scream. Oh, I see a bloater coming. There's another bloater. Okay, I can't really... see where the head is. There we go. Okay, you're getting a little too close. Alright. There we go. Harvesting the poison gland. Now, I don't actually remember... In fact, I don't even know if I ever knew. Like, how efficiently do we use these poison glands? Is it just... Is it one Plague Buster per gland, or is there something... Is it a little more efficient than that? That might lose me to Screamers, but that's still a lot of zombies. Okay, good. No, we still got a Screamer. All right. Oh, stop. Stop it. Okay. All right, so Raneth Court says it's actually one gland to 3 busters. Okay, cool. So I was about to say, like, if it's just 1-to-1, I'm in trouble. I'm not getting these fast enough. Well, we're getting a nice collection of plague samples here from burning all of these zombies. That's hey. There we go. Okay, I think nothing's close enough to me to risk Yes. Yes! Alright. Good, 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 good. Okay. So yeah, so the screamers are announcing this general vicinity to the zombies. But a lot of the zombies are showing up where the screamers are and not actually finding me, which is great. Whew! Alright. More bloaters. Give me more bloaters. Oh, there's one. There's one. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Ah, dang it. I was just a little bit off. Oh, here's another one, though. Okay, looks like we need another... No! Not that! That's not what I was saying. Okay, I saw a bloater vaguely this direction. There he is. All right, so I've got my my stereo attracting those zombies. There we go. Oh, hey! Oh, wait, no. Okay, that's me dropping my own ammo. Oh, I didn't realize that the glands took up that kind of space. Oh, okay. Well, I guess what I should do then is rid myself of a Molotov. And some bullets. To make some room in my inventory. Alright, we cleared some space. Oh, but Coalition was pointing out that in the trunk of my car, they only took up one space. Because I can stack them up. So let's do that real fast. Yeah. Okay, we've got some more screams going on. Alright. Alright. Come on. More bloaters. More bloaters. Where are you? Oh, wait. Oh, gosh. Well, no, 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 no. Whew. Okay. Well, there went a lot of my bullets, but, yeah, that felt like a panic-worthy event, so... All right, so the Coalition is suggesting he might have even more efficient methods available for me to farm these things. Yeah, go ahead and make your suggestions in the chat. We've already tried this method of just hanging out with a screamer. It would probably be good for me to take a break and take some of this stuff home. In fact, looks like we've got...
There's a plague bloater.
Got a bloater, and then... It looks like there's still one screamer out there. I'm actually just... Maybe I should leave the screamer here. Like, having an infestation with just one screamer in it is actually maybe potentially useful to me. So do I have... I don't have an outpost near here, but I do have space for an outpost. So why don't we go and... Let's go claim this gun shop as an outpost. And I can replenish all of my supplies, deliver those bloater glands, and we'll try to go for another round. Haha. I'm sorry, I can't resist killing screamers some of the time. This isn't probably the best way to get to the gun store. I don't know. Oh, they just keep coming, don't they? Maybe I should stop driving a loud car. I gotta be careful leaving the lights on like that. I I did that in real life this morning and nearly had to skip a stream because of it. So La Coalition suggests that what I should do is find a screamer in the middle of nowhere rather than in a town, because not only does that mean that fewer random zombies will show up, but also I'll see every bloater as it shows up because there won't be obstacles. That makes sense. You're right. I think that would be more efficient. The only reason I came here was because this is where I knew I would definitely find a screamer because there were infestations. But yeah, I think maybe driving around in the countryside and just hoping I find a screamer. Like, once I find the screamer, it sounds like it'd actually be really efficient. I would just need to actually find it. And that's the thing that I couldn't depend on. All right, so let's claim this outpost. We'll get some free ammo out of the deal. And we can drop off some stuff. So let's drop off some bloater glands. Let's drop off... this is 9mm. I'm not firing 9mm. I still got some distractions, but I could use more. Let's grab some more of those. Let's grab some more fire. And let's grab some more 45. And then let's head down to the car, and let's also load everything that's in the car. And let's check and see if we've got any gas. We don't. Okay, so we'll bring... I guess we'll bring this stuff. And let's grab ourselves some gas. All right. We'll drop off these glands. And, oh, I guess I should also probably grab some more health. And I think I'm good. Otherwise... Okay, let's read some more of what La Coalition is saying. Oh, interesting. So La Coalition is suggesting that the other thing I could do is, if I want to grab the glands while keeping the screamer alive, I can grab the screamer and throw him so he falls down to the ground, and that will delay him screaming for a little while, so it won't call any more zombies while I'm grabbing the glands. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, Coalition points out that because... Oh, wait, I forgot I was going to grab gas. Coalition points out that because screamers don't have arms, they take a lot of time getting up from a fallen position, which makes a lot of sense. So let's... What was I doing? Gas. Do we have gas? Do I need to make gas? Nope, we've got gas. Got gas. I'll bring one of these too, just in case. We'll refuel the Rames. Awesome Twitch Dude wants to know if I'm caught up on The Mandalorian. Almost. I've watched about half of the... Oh, I can just refuel it twice. I've watched about half of the current episode, so I'm a little bit behind. I'm not as thrilled about this season as I've been with past seasons. And I think... I don't remember if I've talked about this on the stream recently before or not, and so if I'm boring you, please stop me. But... or skip ahead or something. I don't know what you want to do, depending on if you're watching this live or on YouTube. But basically, I think part of the magic of The Mandalorian, of its original season, was the fact that, most Star Wars was just building vertically on top of other Star Wars. It's like everything was a reference to something that happened before. And there wasn't a lot of brand new out of left field things happening. One of the things I loved about The Last Jedi was that it was one of the few Star Wars entries that actually was adding brand new things out of nowhere. By the way, I'm going to try to take the Coalition's advice and see if I can find a screamer out in the middle of the farmlands. It was doing some weird stuff out of nowhere, questioning old things that went before and just doing surprising things that I wasn't expecting. And that was really cool. Most Star Wars is just saying, like, the original 3 movies were great. The prequels were all about just, telling the story leading up to those 3 movies. The postquels were all about, sort of like, again, building on the Skywalker saga again and again and again. And I wasn't getting a lot of new stuff. And it was starting to get really tired to the point where it's like, it felt like the storytelling was kind of hamstrung by the fact that all they were doing was building on top of what had gone before. And the thing that was really cool about The Mandalorian was it was doing some really new stuff. But what it did was, rather than, it still felt very much like Star Wars, because instead of building vertically on top of just exactly what Star Wars had done in the past, it built horizontally by basically going back to Star Wars' original inspirations, like Kurosawa films and westerns and pulp serials. It went back to those for inspiration and just made new stuff that was like Star Wars in the same universe, but wasn't just more sequels to Star Wars or more prequels and more filling out of characters that they already knew. It was really, really new stuff, but still in the same world, and I loved that about it. But these days, The Mandalorian is less about broadening the world of Star Wars, and it's more about either just building on the characters they've already introduced, just, relentlessly going back to the same wells again and again and again, or it's about building on the Clone Wars and all of like Dave Filoni's animated stuff. It's about going back to those characters and just doing more with those characters. And I feel like it's kind of falling. What am I doing? I lost track of. I was trying to go to the freaking farmland. Okay, now I've got a marker in the middle of the farmland, and instead of just driving around randomly while talking, I'll actually try to get somewhere. But yeah, it's I feel like it's just building on top of things that have gone before. Again, just going back to old wells again. And it's kind of fallen into the same trap that the rest of Star Wars did. And so I really, what I want, like the thing that's amazing about Star Wars, it's such a broad universe. You could do almost anything there. And I think I've just gotten very kind of bored and tired of going back to the same handful of things again and again and again when there's such a huge galaxy. Like, the Star Wars vibe is so versatile. You can do so much with it. And I don't like it when people sort of narrow it down to just only doing things that people go, ah, I got that reference. Like that's just, there's better feelings you can have from something like Star Wars, which is like one reason I really loved Andor, because Andor was really going for something completely different within Star Wars. So there you go. There's my Mandalorian hot takes. I don't know if you come to this channel for Mandalorian hot takes, but if you do, you've just received them. All right. So I'm still just I'm just kind of wandering around now, just sort of hoping I see a screamer. If I don't find one after a while, I'm gonna go back to that old previous strategy of hitting up infestations. So, Le Coalition asks a question about the fact that I had a dead battery in my car today. He says, here in Mexico, you can call a taxi service or even an Uber specifically to jumpstart your car. Isn't that available in the U.S.? So I'm not sure if a taxi or an Uber will do it. There is a service in the U.S. Called AAA that a lot of people sign up for, that we have signed up for, where you pay kind of a low yearly fee. And then anytime you have any kind of like emergency car trouble out in the world, you can call them, and they've got a network of, sometimes I think they employ people of their own, but I think they also just have contracts with other local companies who will send like a tow truck out to either, tow you to a mechanic, or or jumpstart your battery, or they can do sort of on the spot diagnostics and repairs, that sort of thing. There's a lot of stuff that they can do. But yeah, so that's what I've got, and so that's what I normally use. In this particular case, my wife was actually, she had time to come out and pick up my daughter from school, which I was not going to be able to do without a car, and then jumpstart my car with the help of somebody who happened to show up with longer jumper cables than we had. So yeah, so that's what I did that particular time. But yeah, if she hadn't been available, I would have called AAA. Oh, so La Coalition asks if I have a radio call for recon, which would help me identify where there are nearby freaks and things. Good question. Let's see. Oh, hello, friend. No, I do not think I've got recon. I don't know if maybe that's something that's offered by one of the characters if you get their hero bonus or what, but no, I do not have recon. Unless I'm just bad at reading and you saw it and I didn't. So Mad Max says that they actually have a jump starter in the trunk of their car. So I think my wife has one of those in her car. I think that's where we stuck it, because usually that's the car that's out driving around with the kids with a lot of time constraints, and so we stuck it in her car. I do not have one in my car. And I think those can be twitchy sometimes. Like sometimes they don't work as well as you want them to.
Oh fuck, they in trouble.
Wait, what? Oh, wow, what? Is this... Did I get the Diane mission? Is this the Diana mission? I messed it up before, but I got it now. Okay, hold on. Let's... What does she need? I love how the headlights of my car are lighting up the interior of this barn. We didn't really think that through. Okay. Oh, so is she just murdering them all as they're lining up to go to the distraction? Hey there, oddly dressed stranger. Hey, come back! I want to talk to you! Come back, come back, come back! Hey, 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 hey!
What do you want?
I want to invite you to my community!
I don't agree.
Entiendo.
Oh. Okay.
Look, I don't really talk much. To people, at least. No offense.
Word.
Chavez is totally on board with that. Alright, well I guess I can search for supplies here. Alright, so I've completely forgotten what we did with Diana. Oh, wait, I don't have room for all this. I'm gonna go out to my car. So yeah, so I imagine... I made these missions. It's so silly that I can't remember what they do. But I literally can't remember what we do with Diana. So I guess she doesn't want to join us when we first meet her, which makes sense. She's cautious. You know, that's a reasonable position to take. What do I want to... I guess I don't know. So I imagine maybe I scripted a second mission where you actually recruit her. Let me try to see if there's some better stuff I can grab here. Oh, interesting. So Ranithcord says that as long as I drive next to the barn, I can actually drive away, and then the zombies count as having been killed. Ooh, okay, this is a nice piece of equipment here. Let's just drop this. And I guess I'll have to come back here later. There's a bunch of good stuff here. I'll have to come back here later for it. Anyway, say that, yeah, apparently driving away. This is... Yeah, the kinds of missions that we created and the way that our zombies work under the hood do not play nicely with each other. It's kind of weird. Like, we made a bunch of missions that were about, like, oh, kill all the zombies in this area. And, okay, you know what? Actually, I think we've had a nice... Oh, hey, I can drop stuff off here, actually. That's what I should do. But yeah, so under the hood, because we're just only spawning the zombies that are close to you and are fully despawning and losing... Oh, hello. And losing track of zombies that are not close to you. That puts us in this weird situation where, yeah, you've got this exploit where most, you know, zombie killing objectives can be accomplished just by driving away. Oh, yeah, right. I had to drop my firecrackers because of the... Okay, there's got to be something better for me to drop. Let me drop those. I don't want to lose my firecrackers. Those are freaking useful. All right. Oh, wait. There's a screamer right here. Okay, you know what? Okay, we've got a problem. The problem is I've got no room in my inventory for Bloater Glands. And no room here for Bloater Glands. I can make some room. Yeah, I can make some room for them by, for instance, firing some of my bullets. But, yeah, yeah. This feels like an opportunity I don't quite want to miss. So let's see if we can make some room in our inventory while attracting bloaters. I mean, I'm making plenty of room in my inventory by missing shots, so that's going really well. Okay, we've got a bunch coming that way. Let's just gather them in one place and I can burn them. Oh, that one got closer than I thought he would. Okay, so I got a bunch of folks arriving, but none of them are bloaters. At least I'm getting some influence for that. Okay, maybe I need a higher vantage point to see where all the bloaters are arriving. Oh, stop it. Come on. Oh, we found a bloater. We found a bloater. All right. Okay, now let's... Oh, dang it, come on! Come on! Okay. Okay, there's another bloater. There he is. Okay. Oh, he got back up again. Dang it. Alright, fine. Whatever. I'm gonna harvest this as quick as I can. And where was the other one that I dropped? It was over here. Oh, wait, I hear something near me. Yep. Oh, stop it! Oh, now I'm freaking... Nope. Okay, well, failed that. I think it's probably time for me to get out of here. This sick situation is only going to get worse. How's my inventory? Yeah. Okay. Ugh, I'm even acting sick. All right. Okay, one more. Oh, I'm out of distractions. I probably dropped some of my distractions. I picked up a bloater gland. Fine, whatever. Getting out of here. Oh, stop it. Stop it, you jerks. Oh, that didn't do anything? Okay, well, here we go. Ha-ha. Airbag for the win. All right, where do I live? Over here. Let's get home and make ourselves some cure. All right, so sorry that I did... There was a lot going on. Sorry I wasn't reading the chat for a little bit. So, Colas was pointing out that actually there was an infestation nearby that was perfect at one point because it was more isolated. It wasn't just... How the heck do I get to Jurassic Junction? It wasn't just in the middle of a neighborhood. So that's true, actually. Next time I do this, next time I go farming, I should probably go out to an infestation that's more isolated. Start there, because that'll be a more reliable place to get a screamer. And I can maybe tempt the screamer out into... open. What the heck? Okay. I don't even know where I am. I'm just wandering around aimlessly. Got no idea how to get to Jurassic Junction. It's so dark at night. It's just so dark. I'd forgotten how dark it gets. Like, this is how dark all of our maps used to get at night. And all of the rest of them have much more Hollywoodish nights now. But we never updated the Heartland map when we updated all the other maps with their lighting and everything. So it's just so dark. I can't figure out where I am or what direction to go or what ways might have obstacles. I'm just driving aimlessly, staring at this little yellow triangle on my screen. Okay, so Coalition was actually reminding me that Diana involves actually 3 missions. I wrote 3 missions for her. I couldn't even get started because I was going up that hill. I wrote 3 missions for her, and I forgot all of them. Okay, cool. I'm very smart. So, okay, great. So he says the next one is at the gas station. Oh, the Little Piggy gas station? Okay, great. So, after some time has passed, I will head over there. We will actually try to get Diana in our community, which is a thing I didn't think was going to happen. Okay, seriously. Okay, my team needs to help me out. Ugh, whatever. Okay, these zombies aren't paying attention to me anymore. I'm coming inside. We're gonna manufacture some cure. All right, where do we make cure again? I assume it's at the Plague Annex. Let's see here. Eliminate partial infection from the community. Oh, that'd be nice. Gain random plague item. Cool. Craft plague consumables. This is... Oh, wait, no. Wait, are none of these... Are none of these just making cure? Is it this one? This is the one that makes the cure. Okay, got it. Okay, so... There we go. All cured up. Let's drop off these glands. Drop off the weapons we don't need. Oh, I thought this held 13. I guess I'm wrong. Okay, good enough. All right, and now let's actually remind me. So where do we make? Where do we make the whatevers that they're called? Ooh, chemistry experiment, random rare items. I forgot that we had this. Like, can we make them in here? No? Ah, okay, so it's this one, the Plague Annex, of course. That makes sense. Plague consumables. Not this one? No, wait, no, that's not right. You said the first facility where I tried to make Plague Cure. Wasn't that the Plague Annex? I don't see it in there. He says, last option, craft random plague item? That's going to give me a Plague Buster? It may include a Plague Buster, but I want to guaranteed make a Plague Buster. Do we not have that option? Oh, he says I need the blueprint. Do I not have that yet? I assumed that I got that the first time I collected a gland. Do I not have the blueprint yet? Okay, Ranithcord says that the Plague Busters need a mod from the mission in Marshall, which I have not done yet. Okay, so I can't. So I've collected a bunch of glands. That's going to be useful, but I can't actually build the thing yet. Okay, well that's fine. We've made some progress. We've done some important stuff. I'm feeling good about our accomplishments today, and I feel like I learned a lot of really good tactics for collecting bloater glands. And so in the future, when I need even more of them, because man, especially if Coalition talks me into trying to speed run the gauntlet, which is intimidating me. I'm not doing that without a bunch of Plague Busters. So we may do another episode in the future where I'm farming bloater glands, because that's probably going to be necessary. Okay, so I think we're going to give this a little rest, and let me catch up and make sure that I'm not missing. Oh, Coalition is suggesting that I should try the Zombait glitch on a plague wall. See if I can do a bunch of extra damage to it if it's hit by Zombait. I mean, might as well, right? I don't know. Maybe we'll try that during the gauntlet. I'm not ready for the gauntlet, though. We're not doing that anytime soon. I'm going to work my confidence up to that just a little bit. Anyway, okay, let's wrap up this episode. So here is a subscribe button. Here are links to other videos, and the next time I play State of Decay 2 Heartland, that's going to go there.